I'm Rod Meldrum. Join us each week for the Come Follow Me Supplemental Material podcast. These podcasts, you can watch them by video, or you can also listen to them as you work or as you're driving, and they're just fantastic. For those of you who already have the annotated edition of the Book of Mormon, we are using that as a reference material. What's really special about these podcasts, rather than just having a couple of people who are going over the lesson material that you're already going over, we're actually going in depth. We actually are bringing in the experts. You're going to see people like Tim Ballard talking about his American Covenant information and how he's working with Glenn Beck and others, talking about the Mayflower and some of the people who were there, how this all fits into the Book of Mormon. I have an amazing interview with Alex Boye where he tells us his conversion story, how this has all affected his life and how his testimony of the Book of Mormon has been strengthened by the information that he's found from our research. We have experts on the Lehi's Ocean Voyage, actually people who've been on the ship that actually proved Lehi's Ocean Voyage, Boyd Tuttle. We have interviews with Kay Godfrey, who is one of the foremost experts in the church on Israel and has been every place that Joseph Smith has ever known to have gone. He's a Joseph Smith epic historian. We have Brent Heaton, who has actually lived in Saudi Arabia, was one of those who helped to actually identify the most likely land bountiful in the Saudi Arabian Peninsula in Oman. The Stoddards, talking about the translation process and was there a seer stone involved in that? Did Joseph Smith actually use the instrument that God created for the purpose of translating the Book of Mormon? Wait till you hear the interview with David Allen, who is an atomic clock physicist and had major contributions to GPS. We're going to bring you 4 of the foremost scholars in the church on the subject of Isaiah. My friend Robert Kay, who is a Hebrew scholar and Jewish convert of the church, one of the foremost experts in the church, Avraham Gileadi, is going to explain for you the Isaiah chapters like you've never been able to understand before. We have Rhonda and Farrell Pickering, who dedicated their lives to the study of Isaiah. We have an amazing interview with Ken Krogh, co-founder of InsideSales.com, who has an entire website called Search Isaiah. If you've been following our information for a while, we have interviews with many of your favorite Book of Mormon evidence speakers and researchers like Wayne May and Jonathan Neville, Amber Lee Nelson, Steve Smoot, Ryan Nelson, and David Hawking. We also have interviews with beloved professors like Chauncey Riddle and Doug Brindley, and also Native American experts like Mike and Betty Red Ant LaFontaine. As you go through the Book of Mormon, we can show you the evidence. For example, Lehi's Ocean Voyage. Many people don't know that that's been verified. Things like where did they land? What were the animals and plants that were here? So go to bookofmormonevidence.org, click on the podcast tab. As we go through Come Follow Me every week, you're going to find out more about the evidences that actually support the claims of the Book of Mormon itself. We hope that this is going to be the best experience in the Book of Mormon you've ever had.